Hi, if you are new with us, I'd like to welcome you to the Midwest Ski Rider channel. We are a jet ski group that's located in the Midwest to try to ride as many rivers and lakes that we can, even traveling some. What you're looking at, we're on the Wisconsin River in the Laurel Dales. There's a couple of us that came out to visit our friend Chris Cooley that's showing us around the river. Right now, you're looking at a couple of rocks. I think they're referred to as Rock Island. I'm not sure, but they look like islands. They do have a couple of cracks and crevices in them. And Chris was showing us when the water levels are right, you can actually maneuver your ski through the rocks. JR is currently looking right now. He's also on a 2021 Sea-Doo, which is a 300 limited. He opted out, but I figured since I'm here in Wisconsin, I might as well do as, the Wisconsiners do. So I tried it for myself. You actually have to go slow and be kind of steady because there is a current from the dams which moves at least about anywhere between 10 to 15 miles an hour. I mean, it was kind of scary, but once I saw Chris and Grace do it, I had no problems maneuvering through there. Chris actually said there was a beaver in there, but I didn't see it, and it was a good thing that he told me once it was over with. But I made it through, and after that, went ahead and enjoyed the scenery of the rocks. About maybe a half a mile down or a mile down is another one, and it's bigger and much prettier, as you can see. I'm telling you guys, the scenery here is to die for. I've only seen places like this when I was in Florida. Didn't really know we had it here in Wisconsin, but we will be going back in the fall to see the different colors of the leaves change. Right now, Gracie is about to get up on the rocks, and there's a small hole through there, which you can actually get through the other side. I kind of shortened that out so you really didn't see it. And, they're pretty much used to this and do it often. But I'm going to go around to the other side. And when I maneuver my ski just right, you can see the small hole where you can get through the rocks and into the other side. As I move to the left a little, you can see it just about there. And you can walk straight through there. I'm telling you, this place is amazing. And you can actually see the current. You see the way the water is moving? So it's not like you can just sit idle or the water will move you. As we begin, we loaded at the Newpork Park, which is 70 Cole Road A in Wisconsin Dells, zip code 53965. But this is actually a 50-mile trip there, 50-mile trip back, maybe a little over from dam to dam. And the dams will be the Kilbourne Dams to the Prairie du Sac Dam. And normally when I'm riding in a new city, I usually ride directly behind a person. As you can see, Chris is maneuvering to miss some low spots. There is a meter that you need to check to make sure the water is at least about 5 to 6 feet for a decent ride, because there are some low spots, and if you don't know the area, you can hit a sandbar if the water level's not right. The only reason I'm not behind Chris is because I kept getting his spray from his ski, and that was messing up the footage. So I came on the side of him where I can just video him and Grace riding, and you can see some of the scenery just on the left. But this is amazing. It's a beautiful place. You see Chris directing me. He's been here before, and I need to follow him. Normally when you ride as a group, you should ride in a single file line, maybe about 20-30 yards back. You know, that way you will stay within safe distance, and you know, as long as they got clearance, you have clearance too. Yeah, there are a lot of beautiful houses along the side of the river, as well as probably some resorts and restaurant. Now, I currently ride a 2021 GTX Limited, 300 Limited, and from dam to dam, I only use maybe a half a tank of gas. As you can see, all three of us have extra gas on the back. But there are a couple of locations where you can get gas, and one of them is on the river that I know of, and that's because I saw Chris get it. But the site you see here is a good one for about at least another 40 something miles in. The water is almost like glass. This is beautiful. It's awesome. For you guys that ride motorcycles or cars or have sport cars, it's almost like looking at an open road on an expressway. And this is how it feels to us when we see water like this and stretch from miles and miles and miles. I'm currently one person that likes to do 3-digit numbers when I ride, meaning I like to do over 100 miles when I ride and stay on the lake where I can see the sunset, because that's like one of the most beautiful things to me about being on a jet ski or boating. Besides the scenery, the new places, the funds, the people, it's almost like a retreat, you know, for those of us that's older. You know, I think I'm currently 51. Chris is maybe about 50, maybe RJ is about 55. So it's really, you know, we have something to do. You know, we have our toys, we have our outlet, which is good for us. But this scenery is the best. It's awesome. Enjoy the ride. I promise you guys, there's nothing like the view. This is a lot different when you're out there in person than seeing it on the video. So much fun as well. So as you can see, I started to pretty much follow Chris' line, because I did see some areas on my depth finder where I got down to 1 feet. And that's kind of dangerous for your skis, because you'll suck up something in your pump and then you'll be out there on the water and have to get towed back in. So that's why it's very important to follow the line that the tour guide or the person that knows the lake is following. For those of you that come from Chicago, this is 94 crossing into Wisconsin Dells. Just to the left of us is a local sandbar. I guess when everybody goes out to get together and party. But like I said, you have to check the water levels because this can be underwater at some point. There was a lot of people out here, their family, their dog, they're playing games, cornhole. So we decided to pull over, have a snack, have a drink, meet, talk to a couple of people. This is area footage right here. I'm going to show you what this looks like. And like I said, I've only seen places like this in Florida, as well in South Carolina. But this is like one of the things where people like boating so much. Just go out, hang out, meet new people, stay on the water. It's actually a beautiful thing. For any of you guys that's planning on coming out here, I do recommend that you do the lower dells. As I said, we'll be coming back out here again in the fall to see what the different leaves, colors, and Mother Nature look at. And if you enjoy a 100-mile ride, I do recommend that you do this one. As you can see by looking down, there are some low spots where there's sandbars. If we would have came in on the inside, we would have probably wiped out. That's why it was very important to follow Chris. I'm currently going out now to watch Chris Cooley play around, which is Chris' daughter. This kid is amazing. I mean, I've watched her do donuts. I watched her do sideways donuts like her dad does. Bunny hop, 80 plus mile an hour Superman. This kid right here is amazing. She should actually be racing aquacross. If any one of you guys are looking for another rider, she would be perfect to pick up, especially in the teen field. And when she get older, she would be on. She'd love it, absolutely love it. Right now, you're currently looking at her dad. This is one of the tricks that I tell you that Grace does. You can see where she gets it from. Here you go, father and daughter together. They always like this, and Gracie enjoy it. Chris Cooley is one of the locals here. I mean, if you're not friends with him on Facebook, it's somebody you should look up to be friends with, and try to get information from him about the lakes, as far as the water levels, the ramps. I'm gonna probably post a couple of addresses for the ramps and which ones we used. But if you need more information, I do recommend that you look up Chris Cooley on Facebook or either on Instagram. Really great guy. Nice guy to hang out with as well. I think after the sandbar, you probably got another 10, 12 miles, and you'll reach the Perry Dusac Dam, which we did. And like I said, that's 50 miles, and on a 2021 GTX 300 Limited, JR and I, we were at a half a tank. This is our return ride. We did want to go back to the sandbar and hang out, played around a little. But I wanted to make sure that I do get to see the sunset before we go in. And we came up on the Keelboard Dam to see the sunset. This is what I enjoy about riding. This is the time that I almost go in. As a jet ski rider, if I was a boater, it would be the same thing. There's no sense going out and coming back while the daylight is still available by our season being so short. This is the Keelboard Dam here. This is what lets the water levels in. And there's one on the opposite side as well.